Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. John, New Brunswick and Harbor Station for the 2017 National Ball Hockey Championships. My name is Keith Rains, and I'm joined in the booth this morning with Brian Fisher, looking after the camera work and production of this event. And we have the first game of the Masters Division underway here. And in the yellow, gold and black is Oshawa Bruins taking on the New Brunswick Masters. This team is made up of players from Moncton and St. John. So strap yourself in for a great morning of ball hockey. It's two 20-minute periods, and there's going to be a 5-minute break in between the first and second. If there is a tie after regulation, they'll play a 5-minute overtime and 4-on-4. And now some of you folks that are maybe tuning in and aren't big ball hockey watchers, but you're here watching, supporting family or friends. One of the big differences is the lines. The blue line is the same. You have to have, you can't come in across the blue line without the ball first. You have to gain possession. But once you gain possession in the offensive zone, then you have up to the red line to keep the ball in. So that's the biggest change, because a lot of people think they get the ball in across the blue line, and then they pass it back out and they think people are offside, but they have up to the red line. So that helps expand the passing zones and gives them better angles to shoot and whatnot. So that's why that is in place. And there's a chance earlier on for St. John. Chris Forsyth had an opportunity there. So and away comes the Bruins. Nice pass inside there. Back to the point. New Brunswick gets it out. Here's an opportunity. That shot just goes wide again. Nice little chip pass out. Down the wing comes Thomas Ephraim. Poke check. And there's another nice check. Deflection off into the corner. Ephraim with the ball, gets it out into the slot. No one there. Oh, a nice save by Fortin. For New Brunswick there earlier on, tested. Shot right in the center there. Nice pass up. Cowan with it. Loose puck, ball in behind the net. Gets it back out. That's Ricky Lee. Dipson and Doolin. Good. Oh, another nice check. Coming into the slot area, prime area, but he's at the end of the shift. He's a little tired there. That was Jason Toth. And New Brunswick now has nice pass up. New Brunswick's on a line change. First stop for Andrew Chevy Platt there in the cage for Oshawa today. Early on, these teams are, just sort of feeling each other out a bit, get warmed up. We were commenting before the game started. And we got to the rink about 20 minutes to game time, and of course there's nobody warming up. There's one guy out taking some shots, and that's about it. And about 5 minutes before the game's supposed to start, all the players start showing up, and off the post, a big shot from the point, screened, and it just rang off the outside of the post. But players walk on. Take a few shots at the goaltender, and then the game starts. And I go, no stretching, unless they stretch beforehand, which I highly doubt. I guess they said we'll warm up as the game goes on here. So here we are, just over 5 minutes into it. So we'll see how the play begins to pick up as the period wears on here. So we have Oshawa in the gold and black, going from left to right on your screen, and in the dark uniforms are the New Brunswick Masters. Chris Forsyth gets it all out, chipped away. Jeff Wilson with it. Mike McHugh with it for New Brunswick. Shot just goes wide. Oh, here's an opportunity. Nice save, but that was offside. 13-13 left to go here in the first period. We have other action going on today. We have women's division play, and also senior men's play will be happening. We have two venues at Lord Beaverbrook Rink, which we're broadcasting from too, and in this morning action from the LBR, we have the Alberta Havoc taking on the Barrie Flyers, and that's also in Masters men's play. And at 10:30 here, we have women's action. Edmonton Fusion will be taking on the Ottawa girls. And the Ottawa girls, I tell you, the last two games, they have played outstanding ball hockey, quickness, and very, very good checking, and very good at denying any passing lanes, very active sticks, as we would say. And they have played really well the last two games. They got off to a little bit of a slow start on Monday, but boy, they played two excellent games yesterday. So that is, I think, one of the teams to watch for on the women's side is the Ottawa Nationals. So we have our first penalty of the game. It's going to number 17, Eric Hudson is in the penalty for 2 minutes, so that'll give New Brunswick their first power play opportunity. And the referee immediately waved that off. I guess he's saying he must have blew the whistle before the ball went in the net. So, but he was very emphatic with it, and there was not much complaining from the New Brunswick side. John Jarvis, the captain of the team, he's back on the lone man, back on the blue line here. On the left side is Mike McHugh. And that's why they got Jarvis back there for his athletic ability, pointing the power play. Nice pass. Oh! Off the crossbar again, but a beautiful pass by Jarvis down low. There's a second penalty here to Oshawa now. And that's another 2-minute one. That goes to number 87, Sam Amado. So here's a great opportunity for New Brunswick to get on the board first. Nice save by Platt. And I think he's going to be called upon here to make some big saves for Oshawa to keep it a 0-0 game. But New Brunswick's going to have the man advantage, a two-man man advantage for at least 1:09 seconds. And Jarvis is back on the point again. He's the Eric Carlson of the New Brunswick team. He's played a lot of senior hockey over the years. Very smart hockey player in his own right, and he plays a lot of ball hockey. So they'll have him out there as much as possible, and he keeps himself in excellent physical condition too. So he has no problem playing a lot of minutes. And Jarvis has it now. Nice feed across. Oh, just couldn't hang on to it. Back to Jarvis at the point. Looking. Get that ball in quickly. It comes out the other side. Nice defensive play. And there's going to be a change here, but that was a nice defensive play. We'll see if we get his number 41. That was Jason Toth there with that defensive play for Oshawa. And now 71, James Hart. He clears it down and he quickly goes off the floor. 24 seconds left in the two-man advantage for New Brunswick, and they're having a hard time getting the ball across there, wasting valuable seconds. Oh, there's another. Jarvis makes an errant pass. And Peter Conley and Bill McNeil can't be overly happy with how this power play has started off. That not really taking advantage of this 5-on-3 situation that they had. And that's what happens sometimes. You get the man advantage and you slow the whole pace down. And they really haven't had any great scoring opportunities with the 5-on-3. And now they're only going to be Hudson will be coming out of the box now, so he's out. Now it's a 5-on-4. And there's a face-off. So the early morning cobwebs haven't quite got out of the system, I guess. Yeah, I guess the coffee hasn't kicked in. And for a lot of these guys too, they typically play all their games, as do most other places, in their evenings and whatnot. So they've been up all day, going to work and whatever, and playing these 9:00 a.m. games it's a different beast. I find with your reflexes and the feel, just like there's a basic play that it totally whiffed on, and it's. I can remember playing high school basketball, and all our games was after school in the evening, And we played in our first tournament, and it was in the morning. And I had the worst time shooting the basket. I go, what is wrong with me? But it was just, I had only been up for an hour and a half, and I guess the system wasn't quite ready to go yet. And I think with some players, there's a nice feed inside, but a nice save by Platt. And you get a lot of guys that the reflexes, the timing, and the feel is not there. And is whatever you get used to. But, both teams are in the same boat, as you said. And I guess another example I've used is playing golf. When I went to university, I worked at a golf course. So all my golf I would play would be after my shift or afternoons or after supper. And then I played in my first golf tournament. It was like teeing off at 7:30 in the morning. And I go, 7:30 in the morning? Oh my goodness! Chipping, putting. It was just awful for the first 4 or 5 holes till you got warmed up. And but it's a different time to play. Scored! A nice shot from the blue line, number 22. That's Bobby Kraft. That's an important goal, and how important? Just shoot it on net sometimes. So that's a big goal for New Brunswick to get on the board first. And like you said, when all things are failing, the passing isn't working well, whatnot, just shoot it on net. Good things can happen, and that's what happened there. Just turned around and let the shot go, and I don't know if it deflected off a player or whatnot, but Platt didn't have a good look at it, and it was in the back of the net. Let's see, PA announcer Frankie Bordash will tell us.
New Brunswick's first goal of the game, scored by number 16, Ricky Ward. Assistant number 22, Bobby Kraft. And number 15, Kevin Wright. Ward for Kraft and Wright.
So they're giving it to Ricky Ward, so he must have deflected it. But Kraft got the assist. Shots on goal is 10-3 for New Brunswick, but a lot of that has to do with having the man advantage. And a pass that just failed to connect. And that's what you're going to see with the Masters is sometimes the speed is compared to senior. They have those speedy forwards and they're just running, but their forte is ball control and the ability to move the ball. And as you've seen early in the game, a lot of these guys are very good at checking, lifting the stick up, taking the puck, the ball away from their opponent. And there's a nice little pass in between the legs to get it through. You notice the little finer things because, like I said, these guys have played a lot of hockey in most cases. And I know with the New Brunswick team, a lot of these guys are St. Johners, and they've been playing ball hockey for a lot of years too. So. You'll see other aspects of the game that the speed might be missing, but they'll make up for it in other ways. We got 7:52 here to go in the first, and New Brunswick has the early 1-0 lead on a goal by number 16, Ricky Ward. There's a nice shot and a better save by Platt. Nice move. Gets across. Oh, a shot that just whistles wide. And now Oshawa is putting a little pressure on. That's 4-10 net for New Brunswick. Another nice save by Platt. 13 shots to 4. And away comes Oshawa. Across the blue line. Try to put it in between the defenseman's legs there. There was a no-go and a little brush out. Called it incidental contact in ball hockey because there's no body checking allowed. There's Forsythe, Chris Forsythe on the far side, throws it in the corner. Ward again. Ward behind the net, looking for someone to pass it to. Just Andrew Murray with the shot. Be sure to follow TV1 Atlantic on social media. You can join the conversation at TV1_Atlantic on Twitter and Instagram, and TV1 Atlantic on Facebook. Vibe TV1, powered by Bell Alliance. .6:24 left. 1-0 Team New Brunswick over the Oshawa Bruins in first game action in the Masters Division here at the 2017 Ball Hockey Championships in St. John, New Brunswick, and we're here at Harbor Station, the home of the St. John Sea Dogs, Quebec Major junior hockey team, President's Cup champion of the Quebec Junior League, and this year they lost in the semis of the Memorial Cup. But a very successful season for the team, and they have Thomas Chabot, who will be hopefully playing for the Ottawa Senators this year. Drafted by them and had an excellent campaign at the World Juniors, was most valuable player, and he had a stellar season here with the Sea Dogs, leading them to the Memorial Cup. So this was his home rink. And also Jonathan Huberdeau. And Jonathan plays for the Florida Panthers now, and he was Rookie of the Year. And actually Jonathan is coming back here, some of the boys, him and Nathan Bilyeu and some of the other former Sea Dogs, as there's a big golf tournament happening here this weekend, I believe. Great fundraiser for the community. And it'd be nice to see a lot of the former Sea Dogs in a different setting, as we would say. So back to the action here. 5 minutes left to go. Oshawa trying to get a little pressure on now, but it starts with a forecheck, and they're just giving New Brunswick a little too much room to come out of their own zone. And there's a pass that just goes away. And we have a face-off deep in the New Brunswick end. Watch inside the A West for a look at what makes Atlantic University Sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the A West is available to Vibe customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401 and at bellalliant.ca/TV1. Vibe TV1, powered by Bell Alliance. Keith Rains here, bringing you the action here from Harbor Station in St. John, New Brunswick. Cameraman is Brian Fisher, and also production. We have two crews going today. We have another crew over at the Lord Beaverbrook rink, where the other Masters game is currently underway. And there'll be a few more games there today. But we have a full slate of games here at Harbor Station going right to about 10:30 tonight. So it's going to be, and we're into day 3. We started on Monday with some of the other divisions. There's a shot that just goes wide. In behind the net is Bryant. Tries to get it out, but away comes New Brunswick looking for the long lead pass. And they have it. They're calling it offside. 4:05 left. Oshawa is having a difficult time to gain some ball control in the Brunswick end. So it all starts with the face-off. And they won the face-off, hops over, but it goes back to the point. Shot in, deflecting. There's just a little snapshot by Hudson to get that ball into the crease area, and that's what he wanted, and it was deflected. They've seen how well it worked for the New Brunswick squad by just trying to get the ball on net. Good things can happen. Here's a good run by Chris Mayos. Gets it up. Fortin with it. Puts it behind the net. 3.5 minutes left to go. Johnny Jarvis with it. Across to Chris Forsythe. Forsythe looking on the far side. Phil Rocca, number 5. Goes to the other side. Looking for an avenue there. That's Ward. Ward, Forsythe, and Rocca on this line for New Brunswick. And they go off. Rifle a shot just wide. Nice passing there by New Brunswick. Block shot. Wholesale changes for NB. Oh, a nice save by Platt on a big shot by Mark Devereaux. Well, there's some speed shown there by Jerry Cowan. He's got good wheels. The pace of the play is picked up here. Scores! And Fortin thought he should have had that one. But Trent Gayton, with 1:42 left to go in the second, ties this up. At 18-18 of the first period, Oshawa, number 4. Wow, what a big goal for them. But you've seen the pace of the play pick up, and there was a lot of open floor there. But Trent just decided to turn around and let it go, and it went between the legs of Fortin. There's another blast. That was Ricky Lee with that one. He has it again. Lee looking around in the slot area, getting it back to the point. Chris Mayos.
First goal scored by number 4. Trent Godin. Assist number 76, Jeremy Cowan. Number 41, Jason Goff.
Big goal for Oshawa to tie this contest up because they're getting outshot 15-7. Here comes Forsythe. And away, here's a 2-on-1. And Fortin makes a save and covers up the rebound. James Brandt with, I think took that shot. .55 seconds to go here in the first. Whoa, there's a turnover. Nice move inside, and he still gets a shot away. Ward makes the move to go inside, forces the Oshawa player to take a penalty. It's a tripping. The speed of Ricky Ward pays off there for New Brunswick. With 43 seconds left, let's see if this power play is a little bit more crisp this time, because the last time they had a 5-on-3 and they did nothing with it. Jarvis is back on the point. Jamie Bennett with the face-off.
Number 17, Eric Hudson. 2 minutes for tripping. Hudson, Oshawa, 2 minutes for tripping.
Hudson is in the penalty box again. There's Jarvis with a shot that gets blocked. But it's kept in. Good bit of Mark Devereaux. Back to Jarvis, but it was a tough pass for him to handle. Fortin. 10 seconds left to go. See if they can get up for one more shot. And here in they come. Nice save by Platt. And they just cleared, and that'll do it for the first period. At the end of the first, it's all tied up 1 apiece. We'll be back for second period action here from Harbor Station in St. John, New Brunswick. Brunswick. That was Ricky Ward. But at 18-18 on a big blast, number 4 for Oshawa, Trent Gayton scored. And New Brunswick does have a power play here for 1 minute 10 seconds to start off this second period. They've been having difficulty. They had a 5-on-3 in the first, and they were very successful with it. So I imagine that's something they tried to go over in between periods here. Let's see how they make out. And with under a minute to go in the man advantage. So now they have control. Number 47, Jason, down in the corner. Out to Jarvis at the point. Biani. Oh, nice little deflection there, but nice save by Platt again. And Oshawa just clears it down. A couple guys coming on the ice now. 18 seconds left to go in the man advantage. And there's that pass there, but was it not handled? And here comes a break. Jarvis is back, and a nice save by Fortin. And the man advantage is over. Oshawa has defended well again. And that's going to be flooring. Could negotiate contact with Chris Forsyth breaking down that left side. A little too far outside for him. Shots on net in the first period was 18-9 for Team NB. So they did hold the control in the shots. Oshawa, they sustained some pressure early in the game and then again late in the period until they got that penalty. So let's see if they can build on that momentum that they had at the end of the first period when they were 5-on-5. There's a nice pass out off the boards. Received well from Terry Crosman. They're just flipping into the deep corner, go for the forecheck. James Brandt back for Oshawa. It's Phil Rock in the corner, behind the neck, Ricky Ward. He's sort of falling apart there, his knee support is coming off. Let's go back to the bench and get himself taped back up. The wheels are coming off. 17-13 to go here in the second. If it is tied after regulation, we will play a 5-minute overtime, a 4-on-4. If you win in regulation, you receive 3 points. If you win in overtime, it's 2. And if you lose or both teams are tied, then it's 1 point apiece. And there's a big hit. You can't do that. I always get a kick out of that. Like, he nailed the guy in the numbers into the boards. Yeah, that's a no-no. Number 88, Craig Marshall, and he's the captain. He should know better. Like, he's really, like, you can brush the guy. You can get in front of him. You know, if you're first to the puck, but the New Brunswick guy was first to the puck, and he just went right through him. And that is a 2-minute penalty. But the New Brunswick power play has not been really much of a threat so far. So, but if you give them enough opportunity, we'll see what transpires here. Jarvis back to the point.
Oshawa penalty, number 88. Craig Marshall, 2 minutes for body. Oshawa, body.
Good stick work there by Oshawa, breaking up that pass. But Jarvis keeps it in. Gets a long shot in there. There's a nice shot. And a better save by Platt. That was Mark Devereaux with a shot in the high slot area. Andrew Platt there coming up big for Oshawa again. 22-10 shots on goal so far for New Brunswick. 45 seconds left to go in the man advantage. And there's some line change. Forsythe is out there now with Bobby Kraft. 22 in the corner there. And on the far side, .22 seconds to go in the man advantage. They're having a hard time with passing, receiving those passes, and that was a good pass. So 10 seconds left, but the face-off deep in the New Brunswick end. So Oshawa looks like they have weathered the storm once again. And this might be a factor that might come back and haunt the New Brunswick boys, is their inability to generate really much of an offense. Devereaux had that one nice shot there in the slot, and Platt made the save. But other than that, there hasn't been a lot of offensive opportunities. And there's a shot that just went wide for Oshawa. Here comes Oshawa, 3-on-2. Nice pass. Oh, just shoots it over the top of the net. That was Craig Marshall. And now they're going to go to the power play here on a tripping. Just got the stick in the wrong place. But boy, what a pretty 3-on-2 passing opportunity for Oshawa. And Marshall goes in alone, went for the top shelf, and he caught the top of the glass. But now they go to the power play, their first opportunity. So let's see what they can generate here.
Number 9, Mike Murphy.
Mike Murphy going in the sin bin for 2 minutes. Face off one, but it goes into the bleachers. So face off again down in the New Brunswick end. Taking the face off, Marcel Burke for NB and Jeff Wilson. Trent. Jason Toth taking it for Oshawa. He's waved out. And Jerry Cowan taking the face now. Cowan wins it, gets it back. Over to Ricky Lee. Oh, good stick work. Behind the net. Gets it back. Moving in for the shot. Nice save by Fortin. Chris Manos with the shot from the high slot there. Good ball movement by Oshawa. Minute 18 left to go in the man advantage. Around the outside boards, back to the high slot area. Bobby. And the ball works its way down, so we got a wholesale line change here. 37 seconds left to go in the power play for Oshawa. 13 minutes left to go in the game. Nice pass in. Oh, but not a good secondary pass. Put the puck in, the ball in the zone there and gave it away. And that is going to do it for the man advantage here. Only 5 seconds left. And the penalty is over. Here comes Jarvis. Watch behind him. There's a quick check. Got to talk. Got to let your teammate know what's going on behind. And oh, ho, ho. A quick shot by Jeff Wilson. And Fortin got that right pad on it. Enough to deny him from going to that far corner. So it's 12:08 left here in a tie game. Shots on goal, 22-12 for New Brunswick. Be sure to join TV1 Scott Squires and CTV Cyril Lunny on the Sideline Scoop. Each Monday at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 a.m. Newfoundland. Get up to date on Bell, Align Vibe, TV1's local sports coverage with Scott and Cyril. That's Sideline Scoop, Mondays, only on CTV Morning Live Atlantic. And we're in the second period action of the Masters Division of the 2017 Ball Hockey National Championships here in St. John, New Brunswick. We're broadcasting from Harbor Station in downtown St. John. A few steps away from the St. John Harbor and the Bay of Fundy. And it's a beautiful day here in St. John. And from what I caught on the weather this morning, it's going to be nice the rest of the week. And off comes New Brunswick now. Nice shot block by the Oshawa player. And Chevy Platt covers it up. Big thank you goes out to our event sponsors, Boston Pizza, as they sponsor all player of the games. Canada's Best Value Inn, Pub Down Under, Tim Somerville Real Estate, RMT Dali Massage, Enviro Systems, and CrossFit of Quispam Sis. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this, helping make this event possible. Oshawa starting to move the ball around very nicely. And but a nice poke check by New Brunswick there. Now they come down on a 3-on-2. Nice give and go. The shot just goes wide. Jarvis going back for New Brunswick. Sits in, but away comes Oshawa. Shot by Craig Marshall there. Easy save for Claude Fortin. .949. 1-1. The next goal looms large. Chris Forsyth taking the face off. Forsythe with a blast. Goes wide. Out comes Oshawa, banks off the boards, and they're going for a line change. Jarvis going back quickly to get it. Bobby Kraft shoots it in deep, and now he's going for a line change along with Forsythe. Rocket is coming out. And Andrew Murray for New Brunswick. And Gary Crosman, number 74, is on the floor now for Team NB. And away comes Oshawa here on a nice rush. Nice run by Eric Hudson there. Forcing a face-off in the New Brunswick end. 8:38 left. Chip along the boards here. Deflecting into the behind the New Brunswick end. Moving up their forecheck. And a good play, forcing them to on an errant pass, and back comes Oshawa. Shoots in the deep corner. There's Crossman. It's a long run to those benches, and you can't glide. No, it's not like hockey. You gotta move every step. And this rink is slightly bigger than the LBR. I believe it's three or 4 feet wider. Same length, but a little wider. Seven minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Well, here's a break. In all alone. Oh, great hustle. Great hustle by Trent Ganger to come back and limit that shot opportunity. That was Mike McHugh with a glorious scoring opportunity there for NB. 3-on-2 at the other way. The shot, 410 deflects that off to the corner. And Jarvis just flicks it down the floor. Both teams trying for those long breakout passes. See if they can spring somebody away here. But boy, what a great scoring opportunity by Mike McHugh of New Brunswick, and the hustle of Oshawa player number 4 to get back there and just bother the stick enough that he couldn't get the shot that he wanted. And Platt was able to make the save. (23-16), the shots on goal now. They're still favoring Team NB. But it only takes one. There's a harmless shot, goes in, but it was a good time screen in front. But Fortin had the butterfly down, and he was able to stop it with his right pad. Oh, nice pass in front. Just couldn't get both hands on the stick. But Oshawa regains possession. Looking, getting back to the point. Oh, and it just goes over the stick. Player lifted his head before he had control. Cowan with it. So nice pass in to Marshall. Marshall around the net, little backhand. Ball is loose, and New Brunswick will cover up for a faceoff. 5:07 left here in the third. And now the shots are 23-19. As Oshawa is putting a push on here. Gary Crossman back to the point, just high over the net. Fourth, 43 left. Visit bellline.ca/TV1 for live stream schedule and on-demand content. TV1 is also available to Vibe customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401. Vibe TV1, powered by Bell Alliance. Shot that just deflects wide off into the corner here. 4:40 left in a 1-1 battle. Oshawa Bruins in the yellow, and they're coming in on a partial break here. Scores! 97! Tony Tavusky. What a burst of speed. Going around the defender, gets it back to his forehand, and finds the far corner on 410. And what a big goal. So at 15:33 of the second, Oshawa takes a 2-1 lead, and they had been coming on, folks. And you can see by the shots on goal. And it has paid off. A nice breakout and a burst of speed. Coach of Oshawa is Lauren Graham, and the trainer is Bobby Dunlop.
Oshawa goal scored by number 97, Tony Stravowski. Assist number 7, Jeff Wilson. That's Stravowski from Wilson.
Jeff Wilson got the assist in that play. But what a huge goal. With now just a little over 4 minutes left to go here in the game. And that's when New Brunswick started thinking about all the opportunities they had on the power play, and they really didn't take, besides maybe one or two shots that I remember that were sort of a dangerous nature. There wasn't much else, and they had a 5-on-3 in the first and did nothing with it. And they had a few other power plays that really didn't amount to much. So that, but they've got 3.5 minutes here to tie it up. But I know that's something that they probably will be wanting to work on and discuss a little further as this tournament goes on. Because when other teams are getting penalty bucks, you got to make them pay. And Oshawa has definitely picked up their intensity now here, smelling victory. A little over 3 minutes left. See what NB can do here. Phil Rocket with it. Gets it taken away. Andrew Platt might be called upon here, the goalie for Oshawa, to make maybe a couple big saves here before this game is over with. 2:43 left. Each faceoff gets big. It's won by scores! What a shot! I think that's Mark Devereaux with the shot. Wow, we're just saying how important faceoffs are. And that was a big one won by New Brunswick there. And Mark Devereaux took a few steps over, got in the slot, and just fired it. And now it's all tied up 2-2. As I was just saying, I said how important faceoffs come towards the end of the game there, ball possession, and you can see what happened there was one, and then Devereaux made no mistake of labeling that to the corner.
New Brunswick, second goal of the game, scored by number 26, Mark Devereaux, number 39, Mike McHugh, number 15, Fred Chamberlain.
Mike McHugh with the assist. There's a nice poke check by Jarvis, laying his body out on the line there to get that puck in the corner. 1:25 left in a 2-2 game here. And here comes Oshawa again. Marshall with the blast that just goes wide. And away comes NB. Shoots it in. They're going for a line change with a little over a minute left to go here in regulation. Here's Forsythe with the shot. Nice save by Platt. Oh, it gets turned over in the corner. Coming out in front, a nice move by Wilson. Denied by Fortin. And here's Forsythe just trying to alleviate the pressure. Here comes Richards. Oh! That was Ricky Ward. But what a hustle play. Nice pass by Forsythe in his own end, lobbing it high over the Oshawa players. It banks off the boards to Ricky Ward, and he just flew in, cut in front of the goalie, and forced the Oshawa player to take a penalty. And 12 and a half seconds left to go, and that penalty will also go into overtime. What? Penalty shot. Oh, yeah. Let's make it exciting here. So what has happened here is since he was unable to get the shot away and he had a direct path to the net.
Penalty to number 4, Trent Gordon. 2 minutes for tripping. And a penalty shot taken by number 16. Ricky Ward,
and Ward had scored the first goal for NB. So this 12 and a half seconds to go in the game, 2-2, and we've got a penalty shot. Does it get much more exciting than that? He gets in tight, and a great save by Platt. Wow. He's going to be thinking about that one. But Andrew Platt comes up big. I mean, I think every player should be going and getting that guy a little tap, especially I think number 4 is, as he drew the penalty. Thanks, buddy. Oh, yeah, pop. And he goes, no problem. That's what I do. I'm supposed to stop the ball. That's my job. But boy, 12 and a half seconds left in a penalty shot. How exciting is that? You want good theater. That was it.
Timeout, New Brunswick.
So as I said, from a point perspective, if you can win in regulation, 3 points. If you win in overtime, it's 2 points. And obviously, if it's a tie that results after that, then it's 1 point. So, and if you lose in overtime, you get a point too. So, but boy, there's that. And it's interesting how he came in that penalty shot. There was like no movement because like in ball hockey, the guys are on their sneakers. They can't slide like in hockey. The goalies can move a little quicker from side to side with their skates and stuff. But ball hockey, you got to pick the feet up. So it was interesting that they didn't trying to be moving him around. But anyway, they each have their own style. So it's easy to second guess from up here. And we go to overtime, so we'll just take a short break here, folks, and we'll get ready for overtime. So we'll be right back from St. John, New Brunswick, the 2017 National Ball Hockey Championships. Here we go, folks. 5 minutes of 4-4 or less. Woo! Big shot. Just goes wide. Jarvis back for NB. And this really comes down to a ball possession time now with overtime and 4-4. And you gotta, and there's the first turnover. And it's right back in the slot. Scores! What I talked about. Turnover at center. And wasted no time. 31 seconds into overtime. Oshawa gets a victory, and there was a turnover. Passed it out. Not a good pass. Turnover by Oshawa, and they made no mistake with that.
We have both teams lined up to blue line for players of the game.
But what a beautiful shot. So that is a 3-2 victory for the Oshawa Bruins. over Team NB. So next action for these teams, just for you folks.
Oshawa's overtime goal scored by number 7, Jeff Wilson. This is number 41, Jason.
Jeff Wilson with the winning goal on a big time shot, and I believe that was Jason Toth.
Lead for the game, number 16 for New Brunswick, Ricky Ward.
Ricky Ward, player of the game for Team NB.
And for Oshawa, number 1, Andrew Platt.
Andrew Platt, well deserved, faced 28 shots. Next action for these teams, Team NB will be playing tonight, at 4:30 against Halton Leafs, and Oshawa will be playing at 3 o'clock against the Barrie Flyers, and they'll be playing their games at the LBR. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and hope you can tune back with us for the rest of the week of this great action here at the 2017 National Ball Hockey Championships from St. John, New Brunswick.